All right, guys, Jeremy LaFrance, Backstage Entertainment, sitting here with Andy of Black Veil Brides, and if you can kind of see in the corner of the camera, we've got Danny from Asking Alexandria.
Interview audience.
We have an audience finally.
And I have an elegant woman's coat on.
Yeah, tell them about the weather out here. You're in Nebraska. What do you think about that?
Well, I was just telling you prior to the interview starting that I'm thinking about uprooting my life from Los Angeles and moving to Nebraska because the weather outside is fantastic. It's a brisk 2 degrees. It's nice.
We're not negative right now, huh?
No, yeah, it's you're above negative, so that's always good. Everything is dead outside, so that's also a plus for anywhere that you want to live. Just an ideal kind of getaway place, thinking about building a cottage with no windows, that kind of thing.
Well, then you come to the perfect place. So check it out.
A lot of cottages without windows here. That's the sign of success in any metropolitan area. If you can have buildings with no windows.
Yep. So then you'd be good. Anyway, going back to Black Veil Brides and your music and everything, you guys are currently on the Buried Alive tour. You got Asking Alexandria, Hollywood Undead, and, of course, Avenged Sevenfold. What does a day like today, because it's kind of an off day for you where it's just you and Asking Alexandria, then we got some local bands here. How's the day like today different than the regular tour?
I wake up later and I play later in the day.
So better. That's what you're saying.
Just different. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun to do these kind of one-off shows. We did one last night in Des Moines, and that was a good time. And you know, for us, being on the arena tour, it's a whole different animal. I mean, you talk about touring being a bit like Groundhog's Day. You know, you sort of see the same things every day. And when you're in an arena tour, it's that times 10 because most arenas are kind of built to spec, so everywhere looks the same. But we enjoy it. I mean, it's been my favorite tour that we've ever done. It's just in terms of everybody being on the tour, or everybody on the tour has been really kind and nice, and the fan reaction has been great, and we get to piss a lot of people off every night because they have to sit through our set when they're looking forward to watching something else. So, you know, I mean, that's the cool thing about we've been headlining for, you know, a while now. So to go out with Avenged and not be the headlining band is kind of it's a cool thing to be out, kind of have the snotty attitude of going out and showing the crowd what you got. Not all of which knows who your band is or whatever, but you know, our fans have been showing up in large numbers every night, and we've had a great time. I mean, all the bands on the tour have their own huge fan bases, so it's definitely like a dream team lineup.
It's nice to probably get a whole lot of different fans too to kind of listen to your music and, you know, check you guys out, of course, too. Now let's talk about kind of maybe a sore subject for you, but a couple months back you had a little mishap on stage. Did
you mean that in like to be a joke, like sore subject?
Kind of. Done. I might make this awkward for you. Are you
skillfully threw on the ground?
Are you wanting to tell fans more about that?
Which injury? Because I've broken pretty much everything this year. So here's the thing: don't do it.
Right.
If I had one PSA for the audience, don't break your bones, because they do eventually heal, but that time that they're healing sucks. And I looked like, when I broke my nose, I looked like I was wearing a sleep mask made out of bruises. Like when you're on a long flight and you have those masks. But I look like the Hamburglar if he got punched in the face a whole bunch of times. So, and I mean, that was noted by many people online. I posted a picture of myself mainly because I was just sitting in a room by myself and had nothing to do except be sad and take painkillers and wish that I could play shows. So I was like, I'm going to share my weird face with everyone, which I do. If you follow me on Twitter, I share my weird face with everyone all the time. It's just that I had more bruises on my face at that point. But no, the healing process was all right. You know, I listened to doctor's orders. I didn't perform. I did a show in London, which was sort of against doctor's orders, and then after that I realized why I couldn't perform, because it was excruciating. So, you know, I apologize to any of the fans that missed the shows on that tour, but we rescheduled and we'll be back soon. So.
Well, and the cool thing too is you finished the show that night. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. So it takes a lot to do that. Was it pretty
painful? It didn't take nearly as much as it did to finish the show with 4 broken ribs. That was another one.
Bet.
The thing is that, or breaking your tooth on Warped Tour, or shattering your kneecap on the AP tour, or breaking your tailbone on the Entertainment or Death tour. Really, and just finishing the show during all of those times that I did those things has always been a fun and exciting experience for me. So if you come out to a show, there's a large chance that I'm going to break something. But don't worry, because I'll stumble my way through the rest of the show and forget most of the songs because I'm in pain.
There you go. Well, that's cool. I mean, you got to keep going, so you do that. Now, I mean, talking about your guys' look, I mean, you guys, I'm sure, get a lot of questions about, hey, you guys...
No one's ever said anything about it.
Oh, okay. Weird. Well, then let's keep going, huh?
Not one person has ever noted anything about, do I look strange?
No. I would just say you guys have a unique look. But I'm just, what kind of my question geared towards is, do you guys see yourself kind of evolving other than what you guys look right now? I mean, do you see just going more extravagant or anything like that, or how's the look of Black Veil Brides going to evolve?
Yeah, I mean the evolution of our look has always sort of been one of, you know, every tour and everything we do, every album it grows and gets bigger, and then there's a guy in the corner with jingle keys that's annoying me while I'm trying to do the interview. So there he is.
Yeah.
and I think there's some sort of, he's got a fake penis. That's good. That's good. Anyway, no. So the look of our band is always something that's going to be evolving, and I think that as we grow, we change a bit, and you know, I mean, it's not a conscious thing. We don't sit down and go, hey, let's change up our makeup or our appearance or anything. It's just sort of the way that we do it every day. So the natural evolution is bigger costumes, bigger stage show, everything else.
Yep. So I mean, it's working for you guys now. So it's doing great, huh?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you got quite a bit of fans. So.
It seems to be working out just fine, but we'll see.
Exactly.
I could crash and burn after this interview. Who knows?
And now, tell me, here's a question. Don't hold back just because of me and everything, but what are some of those interview questions that you hate to answer?
What is your name?
What is your name? Nobody does the research.
It's a rough one to answer because I don't know what I'm going to say any given day. No, there's really none. I mean, the thing is that there's those questions that people always ask, and I think band members, we always kind of agonize on, like, what's your band name mean and all that stuff. But they have to ask those questions because not everybody knows. So it's like, as much as I may have said it 6,000 times in my life, each interview is its own individual thing, and it might get monotonous after a while for those of us who do a lot of interviews. But then again, I could be doing something so much worse in my life. So if the worst thing I have to do in a day is tell somebody what my band name means, at least they're interested in me.
Well, yeah.
At least they care. And that's all we really want, isn't
right.
it?
Just want fans that care, huh? Now, next part of the interview here, we've actually brought a fan to do a fan question.
Yes.
And she's really stoked to talk to you, so it'll be kind of fun to see how this goes. So without further ado, let's bring out Kyla. Kyla, you're going to ask a question. Stand over by Andy. Come on.
The strange thing is that she just descended out of the heavens.
Okay, you're kind of in the wrong spot here. All right, now what do you want to ask Andy?
You smell fantastic, by the way.
Thank you. What's your favorite song to play live?
My favorite song to play live is, right now it's the cover song that we do in our set, Rebel Yell. And it's off our EP that we're putting out this month, just because it's something different and there's always a cool crowd reaction. Obviously, songs like Knives and Pens and like the classic songs from the back catalog of our career, which those are always fun to play because the fans know them and a good vibe in the room. But on stage right now, I would say Rebel Yell. What is your favorite song to play live? Let's do a hypothetical. If you were to play a song live, what's
of any band?
Of any band. If you were in a band, what do you think would be the most exciting song to play live?
Are you going to choose Black Veil?
No, choose a Phil Collins song.
I don't know who that is.
She said a Phil Collins song, but it sounded like I don't know who that is. I Don't Know Who That Is by Phil Collins. It's a really underrated B-side. He just keeps talking about how so there's someone at his door and he's like, I don't know who that is. And he tells him to go away and the song's over. It's weird. It was an experimental period for him.
That's a good answer, I'd say. Huh? All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, Kyla, thank you. All right, the last part, Andy, of our interview, we have what's called the BSE box. We've gone to Facebook. Fans of ours that are watching the interview.
Where is Facebook, by the way?
I don't remember.
I've always wanted to go.
I've only read about it. Yeah. Anyway, you guys can go and like Backstage Entertainment, and you guys can get your own questions into these box for our bands to answer, and they're just going to draw their own. So it ranges from crazy to serious. So we'll draw a few here, and you guys got to get going too. So what do we got first?
What do you like to do on your off days while on tour? I like to sleep. I very much like to eat. Sometimes I'll use the restroom facilities at some point. Off days, I don't know. I like to just relax. I'll watch movies and TV and talk to my girlfriend and do boring stuff that everybody else does. But, I think that more than anything, we love playing shows. So off days are sort of like, you're waiting until the next show.
There you go. All right, let's try another one here.
I folded this for some reason. I don't know
throw
why.
it on the ground or wherever. Okay, what do we got?
Where did you get your start? My mother's womb.
That's a good one. Move on.
If you weren't in the band, what job would you be doing now? I always had hoped for Batman, so that's what I would assume I would be. If I weren't in this band, I would be Batman. Or the male Oprah.
There you go. Hey, that'd be a good one, huh? All right, let's try one more, and I know you guys got to get going for the show here.
Which would be called Mopra.
Mopra.
What is your most embarrassing moment on tour or on stage? Not embarrassing moments, because I seem to have a lot of those. So
I mentioned earlier,
yes.
But hey.
I mean, I think we were in Des Moines in summer of 2010, and I couldn't remember any of the words to the song Knives and Pens. And I don't know why. My brain stopped working effectively. There could have been reasons. I could say that there was reasons. It could have been like a single barrel reason, but it could have been many reasons. But I did not remember the words to Knives and Pens, which was kind of a rough song not to remember.
Right.
For those of you who don't know who Black Veil Brides is, that's the song that everybody hates by us. So.
And why would they hate you by that one? For those new fans.
Because we are gay looking. That would be why. I mean, at least that's what I've been told.
Those are the comments you're getting, huh?
Yeah,
anyway.
That's what I've been told anyway.
Okay.
Which, for me, that's whatever. I think I look more. If anything, I don't look as gay as I look more like a woman. If anything, so it's not necessarily gay. It's just sort of more like a very, like a dark straight woman.
Yep. Anyway, all right, but there are always going to be those haters out there. I mean, every band has them. Danny, do you have any by chance? No, never mind. Asking Alexander doesn't have any.
It's weird.
It is.
No one dislikes anyone, really.
I know it. So I guess Asking Alexander is the only one that doesn't have them. But
yes.
Anyways, Black Veil Brides, guys, go check out them. They're on that Facebook thing, right?
Facebook.com/Black Veil Brides, as you may assume, or just Google it. Really, just the words Black Veil Brides. Something you'll go to some site that has to do with us, I'm sure.
Yep, and check out the new album, Set the World on Fire, in stores now, everywhere. Go check them out, guys. Once again, Andy, Black Veil Brides. Hey, everyone. Make sure to like Backstage Entertainment on Facebook to see our photos, to enter yourself into contests for autographed prizes, and other news. Also, make sure to click the subscribe button on YouTube to check out the rest of our videos. And you can find us on Twitter to get updates about what we're doing. For Backstage Entertainment, this is Jeremy LaFrance.